This is some information that occurred in that general time frame that I think is very interesting, because it's been something that really has not been told to the American public before. I have the file on this, and it took place in southern Maine. Admiral Herbert Knowles lived there with his wife, Helen. And at that time, there was a woman named Frances Swan, who was a neighbor of theirs just down the street. And she started to have contact with a couple of extraterrestrials, she said. It was in an unconventional way. One was named Panar, and one was named Alpha. And she said that they were traveling in these huge, huge ships that contained motherships and smaller craft, and that they were in the outer atmosphere circling around the Earth, and that they were here to help humans. They were very concerned about nuclear weapons. They were concerned about what we were doing to our planet. I found a letter in my Aunt Betty Hill's file, and this is Betty up here. And what I found is that Admiral Knowles became so interested in Frances Swan's information that he took her letter to Eisenhower, he took it to the head of the Navy, he took it to the Air Force. There was a lot of interest in this case, and what you can see here is a letter that was written by Helen Knowles to my Aunt Betty. And I'm going to read part of that to you about her memory of what had occurred. She said, Herbie not only helped her out, meaning Frances Swan, but personally endorsed her letter after he read it. Then, because its contents were of vital national importance, he addressed a personal letter to Washington, which brought a group of departmental top brass to our home. Much correspondence ensued, and when they learned that the information described in her letter was not orthodox or obtained by conventional means, they withdrew their interest and they went home. And she added, and I was getting tired of making sandwiches for that crowd during that time. There was interest at the FBI, and this is one of the pages that actually Grant Cameron found and sent to my Aunt Betty. And so I found it in my Aunt Betty's files. And it said that it was a matter for the Office of Naval Intelligence. Said Knowles and others had buzzing sounds in their ears before receiving messages, just like Frances Swan did. So they had tried it too, and they received messages from these alleged aliens who are up in these huge motherships. The report said the above information is being made available to the Office of Special Investigations at the U.S. Air Force.